Hello, my name is Nazi Johnson. This is my learning opportunity presentation. It's kind of a add-on to what I worked on previously. Appreciate all the feedback to the classmates who were able to assist me with doing such. Here we go. So a brief description of what lesson I'm working on. Basically, with the ever-growing use of the internet throughout the world, and as much access as we have to information, it seems like it spreads like wildfire. And, and unfortunately, too many times, especially within the past 2 years, we've seen negative police encounters with people of color that have ended in the deaths of certain individuals. And we've seen the birth of a Black Lives Matter movement. Uh, However, a lot of times, teenagers tend to see these things and keep scrolling on their phone or see it and talk about it, and it fades away within the next week and it doesn't really stick. So I wanted to find a way to address that somehow, and the purpose of this learning opportunity is to open the eyes of some of those students who are dealing with those current issues, so that way they can see the current issues that we're dealing with as a country. And I wanted to examine different digital media forms that speak about those same various topics, Black Lives Matter and also white privilege, but in a way that could help relate to students and have them engaged in the conversation as well. The learning activities, students will be able to identify and define what white privilege is and give various examples of it in their own lives. Students will be able to use students will be able to use the internet to find information on the topic. You have to be able to do some research. They'll also be given the opportunity to annotate a digital media source. They can choose whether it's a song or a poem to help them form discussion points, which will be used for the assessment. Students will participate in an online platform or a class blog, and the purpose of this is to give the students a chance to create a safe space to voice their own thoughts and reactions. So the first class activity, we'll listen to the song "White Privilege 2" by Malcolm Moore and Ryan Lewis, featuring Jamila Woods. They will actually hear the song twice. The first time, I just want the students will just listen to it and just listen through it, hear the whole song. The second time, we'll hand them lyrics, written lyrics, and they can make notes on it and highlight their sheet, just for their own personal use. So that's the first activity. Second activity, they'll read an essay by Michael Eric Dyson. This essay will help give a more in-depth focus on what the lesson is intending to show. It also mentions several of those examples, as I talked about earlier, whether it be Mike Brown, Orlando Castile, guys, people that have unfortunately lost their lives. That will be discussed in the essay. On that, the students will take notes, highlight, and make any comments on a hard copy of the essay for discussion points. The final assessment, which there's two different parts the students will have. The first part, they can either choose to use video and to make a detailed electronic annotation of the song, where they can find the video on YouTube and make notes off the song, or they'll have the option to copy and paste Dyson's essay to the Google Doc and annotate it there, where they can make highlights and add their own specific comments to what he was saying. Lastly, students will join a class blog, and here they'll have an opportunity to share their work, their projects, and their annotations, and commenting on one another. Again, the big purpose of this is to generate positive dialogue that helps the students.